Before a single coastline was charted, a map was an act of grueling manual labor. It started with a heavy blade scraping raw animal skin. To create a material known as vellum, these skins were soaked in vats of lime to strip away hair and fat, and then stretched agonizingly tight across wooden frames. This intensive biological transformation, tearing down organic tissue and drying it under immense physical tension, was the only way to manufacture a smooth, perfectly blank canvas. These early documents were highly engineered tools. They functioned as cognitive bridges, allowing people bound to a tiny, localized perspective to mentally grasp the scale of a massive, unseen planet. Once that canvas was ready, mapmakers turned to heavy metallic instruments to translate the physical world into abstract geographic data. Out on the open ocean, navigators stood on the decks of heaving ships, holding weighted brass devices up to the sky to measure the exact angles of the stars. Long before we could launch satellites into orbit, humanity used brass, glass, and geometry to essentially look down at themselves from the heavens. The urge to record our surroundings is ancient. Thousands of years ago, the earliest geographic records were physically pressed into clay, like this Babylonian artifact. But a major mechanical leap happened in the 2nd century, when Claudius Ptolemy proposed overlaying an invisible mathematical grid onto the Earth. This coordinate system allowed cartographers to mathematically flatten a 3-dimensional sphere onto a 2-dimensional plane. Contrast that theoretical approach with the urgent, practical geometry of medieval sailors. This is a portolan chart, a navigational tool defined by its intersecting web of compass bearings, allowing mariners to cross the Mediterranean through direct visual observation. By moving from spiritual symbols etched in clay to rigid geometric grids, the map became a vital instrument of human survival. As global exploration expanded, so did the need to reproduce these records. This required plunging into the tactile violence of copper plate engraving. Master engravers had to gouge mountain ranges, winding coastlines, and intricate text into solid metal. Because of how printing works, every single detail had to be carved entirely in reverse. Once the carving was complete, printers smeared thick, heavy Frankfurt ink across the copper, carefully wiping the surface clean so the pigment settled only inside those microscopic, freshly cut grooves. Transferring that ink from the metal plate to a sheet of paper demanded tremendous mechanical force, crushing the materials together beneath a heavy rolling press. This craft carried extreme economic weight. Compiling a single atlas required a massive financial investment just to secure enough rare copper for the plates. Mass-producing a map was an industrial triumph. It standardized geographic knowledge and allowed multiple copies of the exact same worldview to circulate across continents. Beyond the stark mechanics of printing, cartographers frequently completed their work with vibrant, hand-painted artistry. Looking at this highly illustrated mappamundi, you can see how makers utilized crushed Afghan lapis lazuli and brilliant gold leaf to pack the canvas. This dense decoration was driven by a concept known in art history as horror vacui, a profound psychological fear of empty spaces. This illustration shows exactly how cartographers handled vast, uncharted oceans. They masked their geographic ignorance by painting terrifying sea monsters and mythical krakens directly over the unknown waters. They also utilized ornate structural borders called cartouches, like the elaborate frame shown here. By filling these borders with familiar figures and crusts, they helped visually domesticate the wild, unpredictable edges of the world. When pure scientific measurement hit the limits of the visible horizon, cartographers deployed human imagination to manage our terror of the unknown. Sometimes that imagination entirely superseded geographic reality. If we look closely at the western coast of North America on certain early maps, we find a glaring discrepancy. This chart shows California drawn as a massive, entirely detached island. Monumental errors like this were born from vague explorer rumors or mistranslated texts, yet they persisted as undisputed, printed facts for centuries. There is even an anecdote recorded by Sir Walter Raleigh about the Painter's Wife's Island, a completely fictional landmass that a mapmaker allegedly invented simply to please his wife. permanently embedding romance into the geographic record. These tactile, deeply flawed maps are compelling precisely because of their imperfections. They serve as beautiful physical records of a species striving to chart an infinitely mysterious world.